What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Zack Snyder's Justice League video. So I did my reaction to the new trailer earlier, but we now have some brand new information from Zack Daddy himself as he hosted a teaser breakdown on Vero, and I somehow think that he is the only person keeping that social network alive. It's just him and everyone else just following him. Well, we sort of got a new trailer as well. It was in black and white and looked very stylish and had a few small new bits which have been added, which was really neat. We had footage of Superman's hologram actually flying, and that was really cool, as well as there being more shots of Darkseid, and we got to see a look at Cyborg looking all forlorn as he spies on some kids playing American football. Of course, he's sad that he can't toss around the old pigskin anymore. So let's pick out the top 5 reveals from Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer breakdown in this Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer breakdown. So at number 1, we will be getting about 2.5 hours of unseen footage, which that makes all sorts of sense, as the Snyder Cut is almost 4 hours long and the Justice League movie originally was really nowhere near that length. In an interview with Grace Randolph, Zack confirmed that the reshoots were only adding about 4 minutes of footage. This means that a good 99% of the movie is already filmed. So that means the $70 million budget is probably for unfinished CGI, which is really what we've seen so far. And before people start spouting that there was no Snyder Cut, there has always been a Snyder Cut. It's just he sadly had to leave the project, as we know, before it was finished, and Joss Whedon took things and changed them. One thing that he revealed on the stream was the fact that, Darkseid himself was swapped out for Steppenwolf. Why? We don't really know. Now, in at number 2, we got some really cool Flash information. Now, if you didn't know, Flash is my favourite DC character by a long way. But in the Justice League movie, we will not get to see any origin for everyone's favourite speeder, which isn't really a problem as we have a solo Flash movie. Now, Zack Snyder did say that he wanted to address the origin later down the line, and I am just giddy at the thought of a Flash movie directed by Zack Snyder, but obviously he's not doing this one, and it's going to be a Flashpoint absolute cauldron of awesomeness. Now, interestingly, in the trailer, we find out that Barry is applying for a job at a pet shop, which is where the accident with Iris West happens. And of course, this was leaked many years ago by Ascended Ancient, and that was the biggest hint and really kind of like the first time that we knew that, well, there was indeed a Snyder Cut. And that's very interesting because watching the movie, I thought, this isn't the Justice League, this isn't the movie we were seeing in the trailers or the like, so it's interesting. And I guess we are a ways away from a CSI Barry Allen, and we've got all of that to come, which is so exciting. Now, number 3 was a spicy little morsel from Zack as he addressed a fan theory that there is another Kryptonian on Earth. And yes, on the ship in Man of Steel, the scout ship, there is another pod that is actually open. And we see Clark wipe off some dust off it, and, well, Zack will only playfully say that someone clearly got out. And, well, yes, evidently. Of course, this is a total hint to Supergirl, aka Kara Zor-El, Clark's relation, which is interesting as the question now is, where the heck is she? So, in a DCEU spin-off comic, she was an explorer before, the fall of Krypton, but then she arrived on Earth as her scout ship, was sent to kind of colonize a planet, except a murderer named Dev M killed all of the crew. So I'm excited to see that and see her interact with Clark or Kal-El, because he obviously thinks that he is the only one of his kind still alive. Now, let me know in the comments who you want to play Supergirl herself. At number 4, we have info on Darkseid, as Zack confirms that he has the anti-life equation, and it is the lava coming up from the ground, and he just yet hasn't fully learnt to harness it, which is very scary, because later on I expect the nightmare scenes is actually a result of him controlling and invading Earth using a anti-life equation, which he has managed to kind of really harness over the years, because it's thousands of years, which is very, very cool. Now, one other thing as well is the fact that the only people who could go toe-to-toe with him in this history lesson scene was actually the old gods like Zeus, Ares, and things like that. And I would maybe possibly put in Aquaman's ancestor there as well, perhaps. But it's interesting. And the Justice League sign with the Nightmare World in it as well. Well, Zack said that this has so many Easter eggs hinting towards the end of the movie and things coming on, and that the Joker card was actually the one on Batman's gun. So it's really, really cool. And I do love the fact that Zack Snyder is so passionate in this, and that he has gone on people's podcasts, and it's different to a director. He's very much sort of like the DC's version of James Gunn here, if James Gunn was allowed to say everything about his movies there. Now, at number 5, this is juicy. Now, this is a absolutely hot tamale here. There is more to come between Superman and Batman, as Zack says there would have been, correcting himself there. He says that there was a bigger story there between Batman and Superman, which makes sense because they presumably have some beef at the end, because, well, they fought and then they went to stop the Doomsday, and then he died. So they haven't really kind of digested, or at least Superman hasn't digested what happened. So it's really cool. So let me know what you think down in the comments as well. And please do hit a like as well on this, as it does help us out massively. And do subscribe with notifications on. And we will be back with a video tomorrow, I think. I just haven't planned one yet. And Thursday, I'm having a day off as well before Mando on a Friday. But that is it. I will see you soon, and goodbye, you lovely people.